Hello everyone, this is Julie at Crafts-A-Cute and welcome back to my channel. I am doing hopefully this will be just a video short because I just really want to bring up a topic about my PDF sheet that I created for the stitches terms. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why would I need that? And I'm speaking to the crowd or the community of absolute beginners, maybe even novice, not intermediate for sure or advanced, but I just want to go over the list. But let me just show you quickly how far I've gotten, and a little mistake that I made with this because of the thunderstorms and the crashing just freaking me out. Okay, I have lived here in the South since 2007. I'm a Cali gal, San Diego, California, and my husband's from here, and we moved here to Georgia because obviously it's a lot less expensive, but to buy a home and lots of land. We live on 7.5 acres of land with the river frontage. And anyway, because he wanted it for hunting, all that good business that he loves to do. And I'm telling you, these thunderstorms freaked me out for at least a few years till I got used to it. And we haven't had a lot of thunderstorms this past summer, which is now we're going into autumn, and now these freaky weather is happening, and I got spooked. And let me just turn this around and show you what I mean. Okay, it's barely noticeable, but to me it's noticeable, and for a intermediate advanced crocheter will spot it in an instant. Well, you see this is a little bit wider, right? And this is narrower. This is my intention, to keep it, but I got freaked out, okay? And I thought I was just keeping continuous count on this piece. So, but I didn't want to start over because I had almost to the end till I actually noticed that. When I went to go stitch this beautiful flower on, and I'm so sleepy still because I just freaked out. I mean, it racked my nerves, okay? And when I say, because if you're a Californian, and you know what I mean with weather, we barely get rain. I mean, we get it. It's just like woohoo, it's nice. It's nothing. We still walk out in shorts and a tank top. And so come here and I'm freaking out, and it's been a while. I mean, I got used to it. Oh my gosh, I have some stories, you guys, I was known as a closet case at my husband's plant that he supervises at, second shift. Okay, because I didn't know that I was on speakerphone in his office, and he had other supervisors and the bosses and the maintenance crew, people, maintenance engineers, and when I realized after I told my story and where I was hiding, then I heard this group of men laughing at me. And so I've been known as the closet case at his work for a while. It's died off because all those that used to work there years ago have already moved on or retired, or anyhow, it still looks beautiful. I'm going to still roll with it, but when we go to do the tutorial, we'll get this to where it's consistent. It's just I freaked out. This is my freak out point, and I just kept going, and I didn't notice it until I went to go and attach this. Yeah, I'm extremely tired. I was up till, when my husband gets home, he walks in about between 12 and 12:30 in the morning. Still up and just shooken and thinking that the tornado was going to blow all the, the winds were going to blow all the trees down upon the house. And so I'm a little tired, but I wanted to come in here and just tell you guys, going over my list, and I know that you don't have to, but let me just show you is the example. I probably should have done this in the first video of introducing this, like you want to learn to crochet journey, because this is my journey and I want to share it with you. And for example, when we did these puff stitches, remember, this is known as a single crochet together, which is an abbreviation of SCTOG. So when you see that abbreviation, when you're reading that, I mean, really, does it give you an example of the process of how to even know? It's assumed that you know about it unless someone actually shows you, but mostly they show you when you're working in, for example, your front loops. You know, it's considered as an individual. Let me get you guys in closer so you can see this. Okay, when they do a decrease, it's like a single crochet together. What you're going to do is you've got your working loop, right, in your yarn, and then you're going into the next front loops. Okay, you're going to take it through the front loop, and then you're going to loop it around like this to the front and bring it in. I'm not going to do it to this piece because I don't want to ruin it, and then you yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over and pull through to complete the single crochet. Typically that's what we did when we did the puff stitch. Okay, instead of going through front loops, we went through each individual in between each puff, right? So our goal was to single crochet through that. And what happens is obviously, remember, the pumpkin started this way and it decreased it to this middle point. That is the whole point of that stitch. Okay, and it gathered it in to create, you know, these. Now if we did this on just the individual stitches in here, which we did not do, remember I had you pull right through the puff stitch instead of going through the chain, you know, to create this, what they call, this is referred to as a bobble. Okay, when I was doing the octopus eyes, I did the bobble. Okay, same technique. You know, yarn over, go through the chain and pull up a loop. Okay, yarn over, go through the chain, same chain space, pull up a loop until you have, like, you've manipulated 4 of those. Okay, and then you yarn over and pull through the whole thing through, and it gathers into the center, and that's a puff stitch. We did a puff stitch, but in this sense we used the SCTOG to create the puff stitch, but also create this element of the stitch when you're combining, you know, the next part of your project, which was the leaves, to gather them in to create this stitch look. And then we manipulated the leaves right all along here. And so when this list, let me just show you, for example, my light might cast a glare, but I'll just read it. Okay, like this right here. Okay, this right here is the BLO, which means back loop only. Now when you're reading a book, perhaps they may give the definitions, you know, the process of it, you know, but do you want to buy a book? I mean, you can, but if you take, I mean, I wrote everything down here that helped me get to the point where I'm at crocheting, and I'm brand new and I'm doing intermediate and advanced work. Okay, and so for example, this back loop right here, I have given you the abbreviation, okay, and it said is made by, okay, is made by inserting hook into the back part of the chain. The chain looks like the letter V, okay, the chain looks like this V, right, the letter V, okay. So when, and then it says the chain looks like a letter V, inserting your hook into the farthest loop, back loop away from you, okay. So that means when you're going to work a back loop, you're going to work not the front loop, not this front loop, excuse me, you're going to work the back loops only, okay. And that's what this project is, to create the ridges, okay, to create this ridge. Now I've watched, seriously, watched a lot of these cozies, and trust me, trial and error, I went through it and I tested out. Like, for example, I started one using this 100% cotton, but do you see how flimsy that is? I didn't like how flimsy it wrapped around a cup or a jug, you know, your little water bottle, or, you know, so that I just unraveled it, saved my yarn, you know. And so with this, if you could see, that's pretty thick, and it feels like a blanket, okay. This feels like a blanket, like a, you could start like a small, like a thin blanket, like a baby's blanket, but this is thick, it's chunky, okay. And I used a 4mm hook on this, and the reason for it is I wanted it tight as possible without stressing the stitches out, okay. Okay, this beauty right here, it's a G6 4mm. Don't worry about this. I don't even worry about that, but I just wrote it for just just reference. But just go get your 4mm hooks. I'm sorry if do I sound grumpy? I'm just so tired. I'm completely still experiencing a residual of the stress that I went through by myself until almost 12:30 in the morning, okay. Oh gosh, it was just, my nerves are just completely racked. But here's the front, but here's the back. You can choose any side, really. You can, even if you said typically, oh, I'm going to make sure this is my front, and you accidentally sewed your flower on this side, but really, will you want to complain about that? That's still gorgeous, right? I mean, don't complain about it. It's just, don't worry about it. Don't stress out. It's just so gorgeous. And I still can, but before I attach the flower, I was going to do a single crochet all the way around to not have these like little edge bobbles. But gosh, I thought, you know, with this chunky flower, with the picot, it just looks together. I rolled with it, right? But in the video that I'm going to do, I will show you to finish off the edges with that single crochet, so you can, if you don't like this look. And for some looks, you may not want it, you know, you want to have a finished edge. But in this sense, I love this because there's so much texture going on. And then, you know, I embroider, and so I used an embroidery technique. Oh, this came undone, but that's okay. Actually, I wanted that because I wanted this to look like a stamen anyway. Okay, so I embroidered some bullion knot. Is it bullion knots? It's been a while since I crocheted. Gosh, a couple of months, but is it a bullion knot? No, French knot. Ooh, that phone just scared me. Hang on. Ooh, hold on. Okay, you would not be able to tell when I come back, but I was away for about 20 minutes. My daughters from Kentucky called me, and I don't know where we were at, but probably going over this list to show you how important this is. I'm just trying to underline where we're at, the BLO, the back loops only, and how we use that method and that process through doing our pumpkins. Okay, so this would have been a single crochet. Remember when the video said it's a single crochet together? So that's what we created. That's what we use in that video, and you'll be using that. Are we using that in this stitch in this one project? I'm sorry, I woke up like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour ago. Stressed. That's how stressed I was. And yeah, that was probably about 4:20. You know, my husband here. This is how my husband says. Well, he calls me on his way into work. Okay, and sleepily grabbing my phone. I mean, this is what he's done every day since we've met. I'm 60. Just turned 60 this year. Woohoo! Anyway, the big 6-0. Anyway, he calls me like clockwork every day on his way into work because he has to travel 1 hour to go to work through the national forest. Anyway, I hear this clink. You know how the phone hangs up, right? And then I catch it, and then I call him back. Well, he doesn't answer, so I just ended the call and went back to sleep. And then he calls me, and he says, well, honey, we were on the phone, but I hung up because you were snoring in my ear. I was snoring in his ear. Oh my gosh, that's how tired. And then I woke up about 4:20. Went to the comfort room, which is the bathroom, and then grabbed my coffee, grabbed my printout, and wanted to come in and tell you guys. And I'm at 17 minutes. If I can get this done under 30 minutes, I'll be good. It'll load up pretty quickly. But I just wanted to come in and show you. The reason why I'm not starting this is because, for one, I'm still sleepy, okay? The thunderstorms wrecked my day. I couldn't even film. I mean, if I started filming the tutorial, I would have messed it all up, and I would have been jumping with my nerves. And so this part right here, where you see this loop, I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to teach you guys the treble, okay, which is here in this pamphlet. So for the beginners, hang on, let me find out where that is real quick. Okay, here's the treble, okay, and it is right here. Okay, that's the treble. Okay, so if you read that, it says, which is 3 single crochets stacked. Primarily, that's what that is, okay? It is done by yarning over your hook. Okay, you've already got your you've already got you're going to, when you're going into your next stitch, right? You're already going into your next stitch. Then before you go into that stitch, you're going to yarn over 2 times. Okay, that's what this says. You're going to yarn over 2 times. That begins by having 3 loops on your hook. You're going to visibly see, because you've already got your working yarn loop on there, and then you're going to loop over twice, so you have a total of 3 loops, okay, on your hook. Then you insert hook into the stitch, okay. yarn over, pull through. It's a insert hook into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yes. So right after that stitch it says insert hook into the stitch. I should have put right there between the stitch and pull. There's a step there that I need to correct, because this is how it sounds. Insert hook into the stitch. Okay, yarn over, pull through stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and finally yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Because you're pulling through 3 sets of loops into this. Okay, now listen, I'm going to start right here where it says you're going to insert, actually right there, insert hook into the stitch, and I should have put there yarn over and then pull through stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's your first set of loops. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's your second set of loops. Finally yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Practice, practice, practice. If you follow this instruction, and let me just show you what that means. I'm going to correct myself because I have to correct my PDF right here at the stitch section. YO, that means yarn over, because when you're, let me show you what this looks like real quick. If you follow the instructions, this is what it's going to look like. Use my small hook so I don't tear up my, okay. I'm just showing you how important it is, okay? I'm just going to attach this lightly because I can cut it off. Okay. So let's just say, here's where we're at, okay? Oops. Let me match that treble. So when you're working triple crochets, right, like say you're going to do treble crochets in a magic ring, right? Son of a gun, Julie. Ay, ay, ay. So sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get through this because it's important how you know how you're... Oh, what a ding dang dong. I'm a ding dang dong. Okay. So I'm here, I'm gonna just show our starting point, okay? I've hooked through that, hook through it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Guys, be patient with me because this is important, okay? Oh, come on, Jules, get it going, get it going. You yank on that. So I've got a slip stitch, and say I'm working in my magic ring. I'm going to be chaining 1, 2, 3, and say that's my first treble stitch. I'm in my magic ring, or in a stitch, okay? Pretend this is already a treble, and I needed to do 1 more treble. I am going to yarn over 1, 2. That's 3 loops on the hook, okay? Right? And then you're going to go through your stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's 3 single crochet stacked on each other, because if you look, does this not typically look like a, does not look like a single crochet? So you're going through 3 sets of loops. That's a treble, okay? So when you're stitching, when you're reading this instruction, okay, this is telling you the process, okay? You have a written process down in front of you. So in case you're traveling and you think, oh, you're at a friend's house, like you went out of state, you went to Oregon. No, let's not choose there. Let's choose, where would I would like to go to visit? Montana. Say I'm visiting a relative in Montana. I bring my whole yarning kit and we're going to do a hook party. Well, I have this instruction with me. For me, this is going into my journal. I'm going to have a journal, and I might craft a journal. So for you crafties, I can show you how to make a junk journal for just yarning. If you like to know how to do that, let me know, and I'll show you how to create a junk journal, okay? For just our yarning. How cool would that be? Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a junk journal for us crafty people who have a arsenal of craft sets in our belt, right? This is the newest belt I'm adding to my arsenal. So there you go. Get that, okay? You can practice it by following the instructions, you know, okay? Treble, which is 3 single crochets stacked, which typically it is, honestly, when you look at it, when you're doing it, is done by yarning over hook 2 times, which I showed you. That begins that. That begins by having 3 loops on your hook, which I showed you that. Then I forgot my little N. That should be an N. You know, and I read over that. Then insert hook into the stitch. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through, and then finally yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Think about it. Practice, practice, practice. And you just, that's why I'm just telling you the importance, because nobody is actually taking advantage of this. I don't know, someone, my people on the Junk Journal Depot might be. And the reason why I don't have it available on my link down below, and let me tell you why. Quickly. Because my husband, we use Open Office. And for me to try and send it to an email, well, we don't have like Windows and stuff, because we won't pay that ungodly price for it, you know. And they keep increasing the upgrade, so it's like, it was frustrating. So we went with Open Office, okay, and then my husband put it on a thumb drive, and I downloaded it to my documents in my file, and that's how I'm able to send it to you. So if you would like this list, give me your email in my messenger. Don't do it in the comments down below in the YouTube, because, you know, if I get it in my email, then I can send you the PDF file. Okay, I've already sent it out twice to somebody, but let me write to you. Oh, let me just show you on my last page here. You can take, when you have a hook party, you can take this with you. And on this, I'm going to be adding the process of the puff stitch, the picot, you know, my PDF thing. This is just an evolving PDF file that I will continue to add. But so anyway, here is my email at craftsocute@gmail.com. Craft so cute. The word is not S-O, but it's S-E-W, because I do both. I do crafting and I do sewing, and they're definitely cute, because I'll prove it. As soon as my husband came home about almost 12:30 this morning, and I had it on my jug, the first thing that came out of his mouth was, oh, that's cute. And let me show you what that looks like. Let me pause it and I'll put it on and show you what it looks like. But before I do that, so imagine once I've sewn I'll be doing this and putting the leaf on. Just so imagine a green leaf. Okay. So when I put it on, this is what I do for my, because I made this for my jug because I want something cute. So see how you just gather your petals in? This is my button. I'm not using a button. I'm using the flower for my button. Okay. Well, and while I'm just filming this, I might as well show you how I slip it on. You know, my little jug cozy. I just kind of slip that on because, you know why? It stretches. And we'll, oh, come on. My hands are really fatigued. Okay, it is this jug for arthritic hands and weak hand strength. It's real heavy. Get in there. Slide in there. Ugh. Ugh. Come on. So that's what this looks like, you guys. You see that? I slid that in there. This right here is supposed to be a green leaf. It's supposed to be a leaf on there. Okay, so that's what the finished product would look like minus, right now minus the leaf. Once I have to unravel that this yarn, but what I was doing is I saw a tutorial. I can't remember who she was, but she showed this for if it's off of a skein that you do an S, and I don't know if she puts this over this because here's your working, because you're using 2 threads and it's supposed to do this. So as you're crocheting, it's supposed to be a continuous double, like you continue. So you've got this on your hook like this. See, it's supposed to only be 2 chains unless she was working with 3 yarns. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it just only works for, see, but do you see how that just continues? So as you're crocheting and you run out of the space, well, no, because now you're down to 2 threads. See, I'm looking for that. So this is going to take me some time. I'm going to unravel it and then roll it up by hand. And then by the end of that, my hands are going to be so tired that I can't even crochet. Anyway, you guys, it's 32 minutes into this. I'm going to end this video. Okay. So this flower is the button. Okay. And it looks like this. And this is what we're going to make. So right here, I'm using this as my ruler because I really don't want to slide my chair back and grab my ruler. To just put this right here. That is my email. Craft so cute. You see that? Craft so cute at Gmail. Alrighty guys. Thanks for being patient with me with this. Stay safe. So, and happy hooking. Well, that didn't come out right. Oh my gosh. Did I just say that? Oh, I did. Anyway, happy crafting. Catch you guys later when I get this done, when I start the video. But I am so sleepy, I don't think I can show you guys how to do this whole thing. Okay, but get the PDF by sending me your email to my messenger at my Facebook, which is under Jolette. Okay, there's my name right there, Jolette Edwards. Okay, Facebook. Or you can join my Junk Journal Depot group, and it's already there, you know. And so either way, I'll send it to you an email or join my Junk Journal Depot. I don't like that forced join, you know, stuff. Just whatever if you like it. Okay. I can't wait to get back to you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.